Welcome to the simulation. Today we will be taming the Amargasaur, but first things first, we need some free curry, and to make that you need at least 2 narcotics, 5 rocket root, 5 long grass, 20 azole berries, 10 mayo berries, and of course water. Alright, we found our first Amargasaur. We're going to lead it into this trap. The trap design is from Captain Fat Dog. I highly suggest subscribing to him. He has the best arc trap designs ever. I could never come up with this, so I just wanted to make that very clear that this is not my design. So I lead the Amargasaur in the top here. You don't want to do this with the tame, by the way. Use the soup and lead it. Because if you don't, and you lead it with your tame, this is what happens. You can't tame it. So I ended up leaving render distance a few times until it would finally let me feed it the soup. I've gone ahead and led a Daeodon into the bottom bit here. And basically all you do is abuse this poor pig and heal it with a snow owl. As you can see the taming bar up there. When you shoot the pig, it goes up. You don't have to shoot, you can hit it with a tame, but I've found shooting them is way more efficient. And as you see there, after you've done some damage, the Amargasaur is hungry, feed it kibble. I don't suggest trying to tame this without kibble. It takes forever. Alright, it's almost completely tamed up. This took about 40 minutes, and I'm on 5 times, by the way, so this is going to take a very long time on official, or if you're on a lower rate server. But all you do is just keep healing the pig. Make sure your snow owl has a lot of food, by the way, because it drains fast. So just keep healing up the pig, keep damaging it, and keep feeding the Amargasaur kibble. This is a very long and drawn-out process, so be prepared for that. Also, when I said to feed it the soup, I didn't mean that. I mean you need to drink the soup yourself, and then you kind of do like this link-up process with the Amargasaur, then lead it into the trap. Do not lead it in with a tame. You will have a ton of issues. But there you can see we've tamed up our first one. Again, it took about 40 minutes. So be prepared for that. I don't know what stats are good, but this looks good. I know it was so entertaining watching the first one, so we're gonna do it again. No, I'm just kidding. This is a male, so we'll be able to breed them now. That's all I care about. These take so long to tame, I can't be bothered taming multiple to get good stats. It's just a little clip of the finished product so people don't think I force tamed it. By the way, you can find a lot more of these in the ice, but fuck taming them in the ice. Just come out here to the desert. It takes longer to find them, but there's a lot less annoying things. After getting the 2 Amargasaurs back to base, I bred them up and got all the stats onto a mating pair. You can see here, there's the female, all the stats on it. Not the best. These stats are really not good, but I can't be bothered taming another Amargasaur, so we're going to breed them anyway. And I've gone ahead and already mutated them. I spent a very long time mutating these. I was very indecisive. I'll show you a few of the rejected Amargasaurs. This is the one I was working on for a little bit, but I don't know, just wasn't it. A few other colors here, as you can see. Like little bits, put them together. I think that one there in the middle, the first purple. And this was the first one with green stripes. And that was purple stripes, as you can see there. Not too sure what this one was. And then we got red with the a different blue. There's the blue over there. I bred it for a bit to see what we could get. And we got red, which looks pretty good. I like it a lot better than the purple. But I've gone ahead and got all the colors that I liked. I'm not entirely happy with what came out, but it's good enough. So I'll go ahead and show you that. This will be the first baby I imprint. I'll show you guys what the baby looks like. All these are guaranteed to be the exact same. They're very chunky babies. Ignore all the bags, those are all eggs from Amargasaurs. Yeah, right now it's chibi size, but you can tell, well, kind of tell what I was going for. I'm stuck now. That's great. Sorry, baby. Oof. Please tell me I have a whip. I do not. I don't want to pick this up. Why is it so easy to get stuck in this game? So annoying. Alright, so it wants Tinto Berry. Don't feel like finding that, so cryoing will help. 2 problems. A Zulberry. Okay, fine. Here's the imprint. Our beautiful pointy Diplo is all grown up. Let's take it for a spin. Alright, so something I want to showcase before I forget really quick. If you hold this button, whatever brings this up, on PlayStation's triangle, you bring up your little wheel here, you'll see retrieve spike. You can pull these out. You need these in order to craft the saddle inside the smithy, but also they act as a sap tap, kind of. Well, you need a sap tap for it to work, which is kind of sucks. I wish you could just like stab it into the tree. It'd be pretty cool, and it would work. But it increases the production speed of the sap, so that's nice. I feel like this would be really good if I make them stack. I'll probably end up doing that and put them in a sap tap, because the single stack on official arc. But anyway, I've gone ahead and leveled up the Diplo once into weight. I do have weight boosted, but that's the only stat. But here's what we're looking at with imprint. Pretty decent. Let's put one into health and see what happens. So 600 that level. Well, melee. Like 6. Yeah, 6. 600 for health and 6 for melee. Let's go ahead and try it out. Don't know if I need a level stam or not. I'm kind of curious if these can go into the boss fight. I know I say that about every tame. Like, I'm like, oh, can I do the boss fight with this? Because that's my first thought. I'm like, can this change up the meta? Whoa, 380. Alright, so R2 does like this neck. Well, it does a stomp, but if you look to like different sides, it does a swing in that direction with its neck, which is amazing. I've been wanting, what are they? I'm blanking? I've been wanting a sauropod to be able to hit with its neck for so long and actually do damage, unlike the Diplo. So that's really nice. I feel like they all should do that. Ooh. Decent for berries. Getting a lot of seeds. A lot better for the seeds than the Theory. It took me forever to get advanced crop seeds from the Theory. And then you got, not only do you have the Stomp, but this R3 on PlayStation, it changes the mode, and that does a considerable amount of damage. Like, it does a lot more than the Stomp for some reason. So let's go over to this and do the R3 attack. 380 compared to, what is that, 190? 224, there we go. It's like different numbers. What's going on? Oh, it's under the effect. That's what's going on. Okay, so I'm not too sure how these effects work. The heat spikes are pretty straightforward. It's basically a little circle of fire. If you see down there to the left, you have 20 spikes. I guess that's how many you shoot, so it's like ammo. Let's go ahead, use one of this stego here. And it bounces? Okay, it bounced off the tree. Let's get something that won't have resistance. Let's go over to this Titanoboa. Wish I had like an Alpha Carno or something to test this out on. Well, let's try out the burning spike first. Very slow. So, let's lead it inside. Pretty sure the bubble does like a damage over time. It's like avoiding it. Let it go. On. Okay, very little damage. Can't go underwater. It's probably dependent on the size, like a flame arrow would be. Okay, that's decent. Let's try the ice spike. It's not going to work. We're in the water, didn't it? Yep. Dang. Let's try this. Not doing any damage. I guess it just slows. See if it does. Yeah, it kind of gets a freeze effect. It'd be cool if it acted like the mana. And then this one is armor piercing. It seems to make creatures take more damage as well, which is really nice. If that works on bosses, that's going to be a bit of a game changer. If you can make it do that with the Beauty's buff, with whatever other dinos you're using. Because I feel like these are good, but they're not going to be the best for DPS. If you could get this effect and use it with something that does better DPS, that'd be really nice. Alright, let's use this. Okay, so that doesn't do damage, it just puts them under the effect. And then you do more damage. 450? 475? That resistance from the stego. I wonder what that combat the stegos resist. Can get some of these going. Like spam these around the area. Oh yeah, I can see that being very helpful in boss fights. Even if it's just for the minions. Wait, does that do... Are they doing more to me? I think they are. I feel like there's something very obvious happening here and I'm not realizing it. I definitely realize it when I'm recording. Editing. Do you know how many times I'll go through editing and I'll see something dumb I did and be like, how did I not notice? Okay, so overall, it's a pretty good creature. It's like a, in my opinion, like a middle tier dino. Not like overpowered or anything. I'm not sure I would use it too much running around though, because with herbivores, the thing that sucks is you can't harvest dead bodies. You get stuck in stuff all the time. So, I don't think I would use it too much. It's really cool though. I like the idea and its abilities. I'm sure we can do something interesting with it in the future. Like I'll see if they can be teleported into boss fights, and if they can, we'll definitely try some boss fights with these. And I want to experiment with this this mode right here, particularly the armor piercing spikes, because where it makes creatures take increased damage, that could be really useful in boss fights if it works. This could be a new must-have in fights, in which we haven't had in a long time since the UD. Let's see what these do. Okay, so you just transfer them in there. No effect. Alright. See, I was hoping you could just stab them in the tree, and maybe you could fit more on it. Like, instead of these large pipes, you could just stick a ton of them, of the spikes in there, and they just drain out. Like a bucket or something, I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and put one in each of these. I made 4, so that we could really see the production increase, hopefully. Alright, let's just read the description. An incredibly sharp keratin spike extracted from an Amargasaurus. Probably said that wrong. Armor reducing abilities are nullified after removal, but the core of the spike still contains some thermal activity. Can be placed in sap tap to increase production speed and quantity. So I guess it stacks higher? Or it comes out in multiples. So far we ain't got nothing. Alright. Okay, there's one. So yeah, that's faster. What's it mean quantity? Not sure, because I thought maybe it would come out in more? Or maybe it just stacks higher. Or maybe there's just more slots available inside the tree sap tap now? But what happens when it spoils? It lasts 5.5 hours inside here. So probably if you just took it off, like say you had the Amargasaur up here, you took it off and directly put it in, I'd say it lasts about 6 hours. So yeah, that's definitely faster than normal, but it's still not... It's not considerable. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to do this. Maybe, well, maybe if you do have a ton of tree platforms close together, it would probably be okay in a ton of taps. But honestly, I'd just go over to Val, or Crystal Isles, and destroy some of the sap-giving stumps and trees. You'll get thousands in no time. Nothing competes with that. But I just wanted to show this off. I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave a like and subscribe if you didn't already, and I hope to see you in the next one.